Hello students, in the previous class we have discussed how to find the relation between, that is the position of the line and circle in the same plane. Also we discussed about when it touches the circle, what is the condition? R is equals to D. With the help of that R equal to D, we have write the general equation of tangent to the circle, that is y plus f is equals to m into x plus g plus r minus r into root of 1 plus m square. And also we discussed about the equation of chord joining of the 2 points x1 y1 and x2 y2 is s1 plus s2 is equal to s12. In this class, let us see the equation of chord joining of the 2 points which are in the parametric form, that is p of theta 1 and q of theta 2, like that. Also we discuss some of the concepts related to the chord. That means we have to find out how to find the length of the chord intercepted by the line and circle. Okay, what is the general equation of tangent at the x1 comma y1, that is in the sense particular tangent. Already we see the equation of tangent having slope m. Here we see the equation of tangent at particular point to the circle. Also we discuss the equation of normal at the particular point. Let us see here. This is the theorem. The equation of chord joining of the points p of theta 1, q of theta 2 on the circle S is equals to 0 is x plus g into cos theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2 plus y plus f into sin of theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2 is equal to r cos theta 1 minus theta 2 by 2. What are p of theta 1, q of theta 2? 2 points on the circle in the parametric form. Minus g plus r cos theta 1 comma minus f plus r sin theta 1. In the same manner, instead of theta 1, you have to write theta 2, you get the point q. Okay. This is your circle as shown in this figure. Consider 2 points. This is p of theta 1 and this is q of theta 2. P of theta 1 and q of theta 2 are the 2 points on the circle. We are going to find out the equation of chord joining of these 2 points as shown in this figure. This is the diagram related to this theorem. So simply chord joining of p of theta 1 and q of theta 2 you have to find out. You have to find out the equation of this chord. So what are the coordinates of p now? P is equals to minus g plus r cos theta 1 comma minus f plus r sin theta 1. These are the coordinates of p. Similarly, the coordinates of q are what? Minus g plus r cos theta 2 comma minus f plus r sin theta 2. These are the coordinates of p comma q. You just find the slope, take one of the point, write the equation, you get the answer in this manner. What is the slope of line joining of PQ? M is equals to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Minus f plus f gets cancelled. R into sin of theta 1 minus theta 2 by r into cos of theta 1 minus theta 2. Sorry, r into sin of this is r times of theta 1 minus sin theta 2 by r into cos of theta 1 minus cos theta 2. R gets cancelled. This is sin c minus sin d. It is nothing but 2 cos theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2 into sin theta 1 minus theta 2 by 2 whole divided by cos c minus cos d minus 2 sin c plus d by 2, that is theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2 into sin theta 1 minus theta 2 by 2. Understand? Now 2 gets cancelled. Here 2 gets cancelled. Sin theta 1 by 2, sin theta 1 minus theta 2 by 2 also gets cancelled. Cos theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2 by sin theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2 with minus sign is there. This is the slope of the line. Take any one of the point and slope, you can write the equation by y minus y1 means minus of minus plus f, y minus f minus r sin theta 1. Y minus y1 is equal to m, that is minus cos of theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2 by sin of theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2 into x minus x1, that is x minus of minus x plus g minus r cos theta 1. This is the line joining of the 2 points. Just by simplifying this equation, we get in this manner. Okay. Now, by cross multiplying itself, what we get, y plus f into sin theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2 minus r sin theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2, r into sin theta 1 into sin theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2. Is equals to what now? X plus g minus of x plus g times of cos theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2. Again minus into minus plus r cos theta 1 cos theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2. Take this minus term to the left side, take this minus term to the right side. What will happen? This can be written as x plus g into cos of theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2 plus y plus f into sin of theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2 is equals to r. You may take common r times of cos theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2 plus sin theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2. Am I correct or not? What is of the form cos A cos B plus sin A sin B? What is means cos of A minus B? That is nothing but r into cos of theta 1 minus of theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2. Okay, this is nothing but r into 2 cos theta 1 minus theta 2 by 2 means 2 theta 1 minus theta 1, that is theta 1 minus theta 2 by 2. So r into cos of theta 1 minus theta 2 by 2. Hence proved. So x plus g into cos theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2 plus y plus f into sin theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2 equal to r times of cos theta 1 minus theta 2 by 2. This is the equation of chord joining of the 2 points which are in the parametric form. Here theta 1 and theta 2 are the parameters. Okay. Chord joining of these 2 points. You just find the slope and take any one of the point form. Y minus y1 is equals to m into x minus x1. Okay. See here, to find the length of the chord of circle intercepted by line. Some line intersects the circle at 2 points A and B. We have to find out the length of the chord AB. How to do this one? This is your circle as shown in this figure. This is the chord intersects the circle at 2 points A and B as shown in this figure. This is A, this is B, this is the circle. A line intersects the circle at A and B. We have to find out the distance from here to here. Without finding the point of intersections, you can find the length of the chord AB. How to do this one? This is the center of the circle. See, You can draw perpendicular from C to that line. This is what now? Radius of this circle. This is the radius R. Okay. This is the perpendicular from C to the line. Okay. This is D where it intersects on AB. We have to find out what? Length of AB you have to find out. This is say D. The perpendicular distance from C to D is say D as shown in this figure. Now we have to find out this length of the chord AB. This is the diagram related to this concept. Now what you have to find out? You have to find out AB. Clearly we know that every perpendicular bisector should passing through center of the circle. So AB is nothing but 2 times of AD. AB is nothing but 2 times of AD. But AD square is what now? R square minus D square. Side square plus side square is hypotenuse square. Therefore AD square is equals to AC square minus CD square. AC square minus CD square. What is AC square? R square, radius of circle. R square minus CD square, perpendicular distance from center to the line. So you find radius and perpendicular distance from center to the line. We get R and D values. From that you can easily calculate the value of AD. AD is nothing but root of R square minus D square. This is the distance, so we have to take positive value. Therefore AB is equal to 2 times of AD. That is nothing but 2 times of root of R square minus D square. Very easy formula to you. Length of the chord is obtained by the formula 2 times of root of R square minus D square. What is R here? Radius of the circle. What is D here? Perpendicular distance from center to the line. Once if you know the D and R values, without writing any diagram, you can achieve the length of the chord as 2 into root of R square minus D square. Understand? Now, the equation of tangent at P x1 comma y1 to the circle S equal to 0 is S1 equal to 0. This is the theorem. Next theorem. What we are going to prove? The equation of tangent at x1 y1. What about y is equal to mx plus or minus r into root of 1 plus m square, or y plus f is equal to m into x plus g plus or minus r into root of 1 plus m square? That is also tangent to the circle S is equals to 0. That is called general tangent equation, slope form. But we are doing the equation of tangent at particular point on the circumference of circle here. That is also the equation of tangent in the form of slope. Here we are doing the equation of tangent at particular point. That is, the point is given to you. That is a general tangent. You don't know any point on that circle, even though that line touches the circle at some point. But we need to find the equation of tangent on the particular point on the circumference of circle. We have to use this formula, that is S1 is equals to 0. Okay. P x1 comma y1 is what? Any point on the circle, S is equal to 0. We have to show that the equation of tangent at x1 comma y1 to the circle S equal to 0 is what? S1 is equals to 0. This is the circle. Okay. This is the point. x1 comma y1 are the coordinates of this point. We have to find out the equation of tangent at that point to the circle. You are going to show that its equation is what now? S1 is equals to 0. You are going to find out the equation of tangent at that point x1 comma y1 to the circle as S1 is equals to 0. This is the corresponding diagram to this theorem. All of you know that what is the equation of chord joining of the 2 points, any 2 points on circle S equal to 0? S1 plus S2 is equals to S12. Here x1 comma y1 is the point. Now I am going to take some neighboring point x2 comma y2. This becomes chord of the circle. x2 comma y2 approaches to x1 comma y1, then this secant line becomes what? Tangent at that point. Already we discussed when the secant becomes tangent to the circle. Already we discussed in the previous. So if your x2 comma y2 moving in this manner, after some time the line becomes tangent to the circle. We mean limit x2 comma y2. What is your x2 y2? Neighboring point to x1 y1. x2 comma y2 tends to x1 comma y1. This is done along the circle. Along the circle chord AB. This is say A, point A. This is point B, say. Then chord AB is nothing but tangent at A. This is nothing but tangent at A. Okay, this is the definition. How to approach the tangent from the secant line. So chord AB becomes what now? Tangent at A, either chord or secant. The secant AB becomes tangent at A to the circle. This is done along the circle. Now, what is the equation of chord or secant line joining of AB? S1 plus S2 is equals to S12. Limit x2 comma y2 tends to x1 comma y1. What is the equation of secant or chord line joining of AB? S1 plus S2 is equal to S12. My dear students, as x2 y2 tends to x1 y1, what about the change in S1? There is no change. S1 means xx1 plus yy1 plus g times of x plus x1 plus f times of y plus y1 plus c. There is no change even though x2 y2 becomes x1 y1 because there is no x2 y2 terms in S1. S1 will be as it is. What about S2? S2 means what? xx2 plus y2 plus g times of x plus x2 plus f times of y plus y2 plus c. This is S2. Replace x2 y2 by x1 y1. What happened? This is x1, this is y1, this becomes x1, this becomes y1. Is it S1 or not? So S2 becomes S1. What about S12? Similarly, S12 becomes S11. So the equation becomes S1 plus S1 is equals to what? S11. We mean 2S1 is equals to S11. Dear students, your x1, y1 is the point which lies on your circle. Immediately we obtain the condition as S11 is equals to 0. So substitute the condition S11 is equal to 0 here itself. We obtain S1 is equals to 0. Because 2S1 equal to 0, immediately we have S1 equal to 0. The equation of tangent at x1 comma y1 to the circle S is equals to 0. Very, very important formula for you. This is S1 is equals to 0. Particular tangent. It is said to be particular tangent to the circle at given point x1 comma y1 to the circle S is equals to 0. What is your S1? xx1 plus yy1 plus g times of x plus x1 plus f times of y plus y1 plus c. This is the equation of the circle at x1 comma y1 to S is equals to 0. Very, very important proof. Without using this geometrical method, we can do one more way also. Let us do in this manner. Suppose we have to find out the equation of tangent at this point to the circle. We may use so this is what? Center of the circle. If you join center to the point of contact, what is the angle here? This is 90 degrees. So what are the coordinates of center? Minus g comma minus f. Did you get the idea or not? You can easily find the slope of this line. From that line you can write the slope of the tangent. Once if you know the point and the slope of the tangent, can you write the equation of tangent or not? You can easily write the equation of tangent. This is the another way. So what is the slope of CP? Suppose your point tangent at P is you are going to write down. Slope of CP is what now? Slope of CP is equal to y1 plus f by x1 plus g. This is slope of CP. Now what is slope of tangent at P? Implies of tangent at P is what? minus of x1 plus g by y1 plus f. Because the lines are perpendicular, their product of slopes is equals to what now? Minus 1. So you have the slope of tangent, you know the point on the tangent. Can you write the equation of tangent or not? Yes, the equation of tangent is y minus y1 is equal to m times minus of x1 plus g by y1 plus f into x minus x1. By simplifying this equation itself, and you can convert into the form of s1 is equals to 0. It is very simple for you. Y times of y1 plus fy minus y1 square minus fy1 is equal to minus xx1 plus x1 square minus g, and what you have plus gx1. Take the negative terms to the left side and take the negative terms of this side to the right side. What will have? This can be written as xx1 plus y1, y11 is there, gx, I am writing plus gx here because that gx comes to the left side, plus gx, again plus fy is there, plus fy, it is nothing but x1 square plus y1 square plus gx1 plus fy1. Just we manipulate in this manner. To get the notation form, I am adding both sides by gx1 plus fy1 plus c. We are adding gx1 plus fy1 plus c on both sides. What is the term we are adding? Gx1 plus fy1 plus c. So xx1 plus yy1, adding gx1. Gx plus gx1 is what? G times of x plus x1 plus fy plus fy1. We mean f times of y plus y1 plus c. We are adding this term to the right side also. The equation will be balanced. There is no change. X1 square plus y1 square plus gx1 is what now? 2gx1 plus 2fy1 plus c. What about left side expression? S1. What about right side? S11. But we want S1 equal to 0. We have S1 equal to S11. Am I correct or not? Clearly the point P x1 comma y1 lies on your circle. Therefore S11 is 0. When S11 is 0, what happened? S1 equal to 0. Since S11 equal to 0. This is the equation of tangent at x1 comma y1 to the circle. In this manner also to this one. Okay. One method is secant to tangent. Other method is calculus method like this. By without differentiation, you can use the differentiation model also. Just by using the property, the radius is corresponding radius is perpendicular to the tangent at that point, we use this concept. Otherwise, you can write s equal to 0, differentiate with respect to x, find the slope. That must and should be appeared as this one, minus of x1 plus g by y1 plus f. After getting the slope, you take the point x1 comma y1, you can build up the equation of tangent. That method also possible. Okay. See here, the equation of tangent at P of theta to the circle S equal to 0 is like this. X plus g into cos theta plus y plus f into sin theta is equals to r. You are going to prove that this is the equation of tangent at P of theta. So the point is in the parametric form. So what is your point? Minus g plus r cos theta minus f plus r sin theta. Your point is minus g plus r cos theta comma minus f plus r sin theta. We are going to find out the equation of tangent at this point to the circle. So here this is your circle, this is the point on the circle whose coordinates is P of theta here. You are going to write the equation of tangent at that P of theta to the circle. This is the diagram related to this theorem. So we have to find out the equation of tangent at P of theta. In the same manner, in the previously we have discussed about the corresponding radius is perpendicular to the tangent. In the same manner you can do. We have the equation of chord joining of the 2 points. Theta 1, P of theta 1 comma Q of theta 2. Just to, we derive that. We derived. What is the equation of chord joining of these 2 points now? X plus g into cos of theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2 plus y plus f into sine of theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2 is equal to r times of cos of theta 1 minus theta 2 by 2. Am I correct or not? This is the equation of chord joining of these 2 points. When theta 1 is equals to theta 2 is equals to theta, what happened? That becomes tangent at theta. So either theta 2 approaches to theta 1 or theta 1 approaches, we mean the point P of theta 1 approaches to theta 2 or Q of theta 2 approaches to theta 1, we get the tangent at that particular point. That is, theta 1 is equals to theta 2 equal to theta. What happened? This is the equation of tangent. The chord equation becomes tangent at the point to the circle. X plus g into cos 2 theta by 2 theta plus y plus f into sin 2 theta by 2, that is theta, cos 0. What is the cos 0 value? 1 is equals to r. So in this manner we can derive this equation of tangent at P of theta. My dear students, here theta is not inclination of the tangent, parametric point. Already we have seen what are the parametric equations, how to obtain parametric equations like that. Suppose your point is here, this is C, CP is produced. If that line makes an angle theta with the positive direction of x-axis, the corresponding point theta lies between 0 to 2 pi. So this is the line joining of CP. But we are finding the equation of tangent at P of theta. It is not theta. This is the theta here. Understand? This is theta is not the inclination of tangent. Theta is the parametric point. P of theta is the parametric point. Theta is corresponding parameter. So here this is some phi. Slope of tangent may be, inclination may be some phi, that is tan phi may be the slope of tangent at that point P of theta. So this theta and phi are different. Note this point. Okay. Suppose sometimes find the equation of tangent to the circle having slope or having inclination theta sometimes may be given to you. From that inclination you have to find slope m by applying tan theta, and that apply r is equal to d, we can get the equation of tangent. Sometimes they are asking find the equation of tangent at P of theta is equals to pi by 3. That pi by 3 is not inclination to the tangent of the circle. Pi by 3 is the parametric point. So here theta is given to you. So from that, at that time you have to use this formula here itself. X plus g into cos theta plus y plus f into sin theta is equals to r. So you distinguish these two things very carefully, then only you can write the correct answer. Understand? This is tangent at P of theta. We mean theta is not the inclination of tangent at theta to the circle. Understand? Now the next concept, normal at point to the circle. How to define the normal at point? Already we discussed the normal at point to the circle. Normal at any point to the circle or any curve is the line which is drawn perpendicular to the tangent at that point. So if you want to draw normal at any point to the curve, you first draw the tangent at point to that curve. And then you have to write the line which is perpendicular to that tangent and passing through the same point. We get the normal at that point to the curve. What is our curve here? That is the circle. See here, let P be any point on the circle S is equal to 0. The normal at P to the circle S equal to 0 is the line passing through P and perpendicular to the tangent at P. Same definition. Instead of curve, we have to write circle. That's all. This is the definition of the normal at point to the circle. This is your circle. This is the center of the circle, C. And this is the point we have to draw the normal at this point. First we have to draw the tangent at that point to the circle and then draw the line which is passing through P and perpendicular to the tangent, we get the normal. Understand? This is the normal. The speciality of the normals in the circles is every normal drawn at any point on the circle must and should be passing through center of the circle. We know that this is the corresponding, this is always perpendicular to the tangent. That is why the normal is always passing through the center of the circle. Understand? This is the corresponding diagram related to this definition. Understand? So suppose we want to find out the equation of normal at P. This is x1 comma y1. So many methods are there. This is your x1 comma y1. You can write the equation of normal by writing the tangent equation and take perpendicular slope point form. You can write the equation of normal. That is one thing. Once if you know the normal at any point passing through center of circle itself, you just take C and P, write the equation of CP, that gives the equation of normal at P. So the equation of CP itself, the equation of normal at P to the circle. Remember, up to circles chapter, there is no problem to find the equation of normal. You just find the line joining of CP, we get the equation of normal at P to the circle. So just we write in the manner. What is the equation of tangent at P? Tangent at P is nothing but S1 is equal to 0. That is xx1 plus yy1 plus g times of x plus x1 plus f times of y plus y1 plus c equal to 0. This can be written as x1 plus g times of x plus y1 plus f times of y plus some constant equal to 0. What is the slope of tangent now? M is equal to minus of x1 plus g by y1 plus f. This is the slope of tangent. Now what is the slope of normal? Minus of reverse, minus of minus plus y1 plus f by x1 plus g. This is the slope of normal at P x1 comma y1 to the circle. Observed here, what is the center of the circle? Minus g comma minus f. You just find the slope, what do you get? y1 plus f by x1 plus g. Am I correct or not? So both. So by writing the tangent equation itself, you can find the slope of the normal, or directly you can find the slope of CP as your normal slope. Understand? After getting the slope of normal, you can write the equation of normal at P. So normal equation is what now? Y minus y1 is equal to m dash. That is y1 plus f by x1 plus g into x minus x1. This is the equation of normal. That means y minus y1 into x1 plus g is equal to y1 plus f into x minus x1. It gives the equation of normal at P x1 comma y1 to the circle S is equals to 0. So normal at P is nothing but you draw the tangent first of all at P and draw line perpendicular to the tangent at P. We get the equation of normal. For that circles chapter, the normal at any point is always passing through the center of circle. The equation of nothing but the equation of normal at P to the circle. So any normal drawn at the circumference of circle is always passing through the center of the circle. Remember, equation of normal is y minus y1 is equal to y1 plus f by x1 plus g into x minus x1. No need to mug up this one. You just write the equation of CP, gives your equation of normal. If you want to write the equation of tangent at P, we have to write S1 is equal to 0. These two are always perpendicular to each other. Understand? Next concept is how many tangents can be drawn from given point to the circle. This is the concept. So some circle is given to you. Some point is also given to you. The point may be outside or on or inside. These are the possibilities. Suppose your point P is outside of the circle, how many tangents can you draw? So from figure itself you can draw 2 tangents. Some point on the circle, you can draw only 1 tangent through that point. Your point is inside of the circle, you can't draw the tangent through this point to the circle. Through this point to the circle. So here the number of tangents is 0. Here the number of tangents through the point is 1. Here the number of tangents is 2. By diagram itself you can easily do this one. Understand? But theoretically also we have to prove this one. When point is outside of the circle, that is external point, then 2 tangents can be drawn from point to the circle. That is the theorem we are going to prove now. What is the theorem? 2 tangents can be drawn from external point to the circle. In the same manner, 1 tangent can be drawn, that is the tangent at the point only exists when your point lies on the circle. If your point is inside of the circle, there is no tangent through that point. You can draw infinite number of tangents at infinite number of points on the circumference of circle. That is another story. We have to write the normal through the point when it is inside of the circle. That is not possible, I am saying here. Understand? So, suppose a circle is there, so many points on the circumference of the circle. At any point you can draw tangent in this manner. This is the tangent. If you take the point here, this is the tangent. Now my question is, your point is inside of the circle. There is no tangent through this point to the circle. If you draw any line here, it intersects the circle at 2 points. That is not tangent to this curve. That is what I am saying here. So, the theorem is now, two tangents can be drawn from external point to the circle. In the same manner, we can show that one tangent at the point on the circle, no tangent when the point is inside of the circle. So, from itself you can do the three conditions itself. Now, this is the circle. This is the point outside to the circle here. Two tangents can be drawn from P to the circle, we are going to prove. These are the two tangents. One is above and other one is below. You have to show that the two tangents can be drawn from P to the circle. You have to prove that. Okay. How to show this one? For sake of convenience, I am considering the equation x square plus y square is equals to a square. This is the equation of circle. Px1 comma y1 is external point to the circle. This is my point which is external to the circle. We know that equation of any tangent of 1 or not. We know the equation of any tangent of the circle is what? Y is equal to mx plus or minus a into root of 1 plus m square. This is any tangent of the circle. If this tangent works my plan, the point must and should be satisfies our tangent. So, this is any general tangent. Y is equal to mx plus a into root of 1 plus m square. This is any general tangent to the circle. X square plus y square equal to a square. If it is my required tangent, then that must and should be passing through our point P x1 comma y1. Immediately substitute x1 comma y1. What happened? y1 minus is equals to plus or minus a into root of 1 plus m square. You can square it. What happened? y1 square plus m square x1 square minus 2x1 y1 is equals to a square times of 1 plus m square. Now my question is, it has y square, m square, x1 square, a square is also there. Is it quadratic equation in y1 or x1 or a or m? Everyone has a square. Clearly, it is a quadratic equation in m, not x1, not y1, not a, because x1, y1 is my given fixed point here. This is my given fixed point, and m is the variable slope here, and x1, y1 is fixed, a is fixed also, because the radius is also fixed. That is why this is the equation quadratic in terms of only. So, we can write this equation in this manner, x1 square minus a square into m square minus 2x1 y1 m. This is 2x1 y1 m is also here, 2x1 y1 m plus y1 square minus a square is equal to 0. What is this? This is quadratic equation in m. How many roots have it? 2 roots. What are the roots? These roots represents the slopes of tangents drawn from x1 comma y1 to the circle. You may ask, it has 2 roots, what about the guarantee that the 2 roots are real and distinct? Then go for its discriminant. Once if its discriminant is positive, you conclude that there are exactly 2 tangents can be drawn from point to the circle. It is not possible to draw 3, 4, 5 like that. There are exactly 2 tangents can be drawn from the external point to the itself. Understand? This is the tangent at this particular point. Remember students, at this point there exists only one tangent. Right? At this point 2 tangents. This is the point which is not on the circumference of circle. This is outside of the circle. Tangent through the point. This is not tangent at that point. This is the tangent at some x2 comma y2. This is tangent at. This is the tangent through the point. At and through are two different stories here. Now this is quadratic equation in M. Now I would like to find its discriminant. What about my discriminant? B square minus 4ac. What is your b square? 4x1 square y1 square. 4x1 square y1 square minus 4 times of a is what? x1 square minus a square into c constant y1 square minus a square. This one 4 times of x1 square y1 square minus of x1 square y1 square minus a square x1 square minus a square y1 square plus a power 4. x1 square y1 square x1 square y1 square gets cancelled. This is nothing but 4a square into minus plus. This is nothing but x1 square plus y1 square minus a square is there. When you are taking the minus common or take the minus into the bracket, we get 4a square times of x1 square plus y1 square minus a square. My dear students, what about this value? This is S11 because by substituting x1 y1 here itself, what we get? x1 square plus y1 square minus a square. This is 4a square times of S11. Our point is outside of the circle given to you. Our point is outside of the circle. So S11 is greater than 0. S greater than 0 because of our point is outside of the circle. So your discriminant is positive. Your discriminant is positive in the sense both the values of m are real and distinct. We mean the slopes are real and distinct. We mean two tangents can be drawn from external point to the circle. In the same manner, suppose your S11 equal to 0. At what time S11 is equal to 0? Your point on the circle, your S11 is equals to 0. That means when S11 is equal to 0, your point becomes to the circumference of the circle. At that time there exists only one tangent because S11 is equal to 0, we mean the discriminant is 0. Discriminant is 0 means the roots are real and equal. We mean both m's are coincident, that is equal. At that time there exists only one tangent when the point lies on the circle. Suppose your S11 less than 0, we mean the discriminant is negative. That means both roots are imaginary. At that time there is no real slopes. Therefore, there is no real tangents through that point to the. When that point inside of the circle, because your S11 is less than 0, that means your point is inside of the circle. So we conclude that your point is outside of the circle, two tangents can be drawn. Your point on the circle, there exists only one tangent. Your point is inside of the circle, no tangent drawn to the circle through that point. Through that point. Understand? This is the simple theorem. Just by using the discriminant itself, we can distinguish whether two tangents or one tangent or no tangent to the circle through the point. See the next theorem or concept. What is that? Theta is angle between the tangents drawn from your point P x1 comma y1 to the circle S is equals to 0. Then tan theta by 2 is equals to r by root S11. You are going to prove that. Tan theta by 2 is what? R by root S11. What is theta? Theta is the angle between the tangents drawn from the external point. Your point is outside, then only you can draw two tangents. Angle between the two tangents is given to you, that is theta. R is the radius of circle and root S11 is the length of tangent from that point to the circle. Am I correct or not? What is the length of tangent formula? Root S11. Understand? So once if you know the radius and the length of tangent, you can find easily the angle between the tangents drawn from the given point to the circle when it is outside. If it is or on or inside of the circle, there is no meaning if what is the angle between the tangents. There is no two tangents, there is no meaning of the angle between the tangents. Understand? Your point must and should be outside of the circle, then only we talk about tan theta by 2. Okay? See here, this is the circle, this is my center of the circle. See, this is the outside point P x1 comma y1. You can tangents through this point to this circle, then draw one perpendicular from C to the tangent. This is your radius. Similarly, you can draw the perpendicular, that is the radius to that tangent. The angle is here what now? 90 degrees. This is 90 degrees. Join the point P to C. We get the right angled triangle in this manner. Now we have to show that tan theta by 2 equal to r by root s11. What is my theta here? Angle between the tangents. Understand? This is the corresponding diagram to the theorem. So two tangents are drawn from my external point to the circle. This is the theta is angle between the two tangents. Now this is the center of the circle. Draw perpendicular from center to the line. This is the radius of the circle. The angle is here 90 degrees. If it is theta, now my question is what is the angle here? Is it theta by 2 or not? Yes, with the angular bisector. This will be the angular bisector, because if you join in this manner, these two triangles are what? Congruent triangles. Therefore, if it is theta, if it is alpha, then automatically this will be also alpha. This line bisects this angle. Therefore, what is the angle here? Alpha is equals to now theta by 2. This is theta by 2. From this right angle triangle, suppose this is a M. From this right angle triangle, tan theta by 2 is what now? Tan theta by 2 is equals to opposite side by adjacent side. What is your opposite side? CM. By what is your adjacent side? PM. CM by PM. Okay. What is your CM? R, radius. What is your PM? This is nothing but length of tangent from P to the circle. This is root S11. R by root S11. Very simple theorem. Nothing is there here itself. So tan theta by 2 is equals to R root S11. So if theta is angle between the pair of tangents drawn from your point P x1 comma y1 to the circle S is equals to 0, then immediately we can prove that tan theta by 2 is equals to R by root S11 from the figure itself. Understand? See here, from the above concept we can do this simple relation. The locus of point of intersection of tangent to the circle S is equal to 0, whose angle between them is theta, is S is equals to R square cot square theta by 2. Very simple formula. This may be used in your objective. S is equal to R square cot square theta by 2. What is theta? Theta is the angle between the tangents drawn from your given point. Okay, your point is on the locus here. Locus of point of intersection of tangents to the circle, whose angle between them is always theta. So how many external points can you take to the circle? Infinite number of points. But my points satisfies the condition that the angle between tangents through those points are always theta. You collect all such type of points, you get some locus. That locus you are going to show that yes, S is equal to R square cot square theta by 2. See here, how to prove this one. This is my circle. This is the one of the point on the locus. How many tangents can you draw? 2 tangents can be drawn. This type of external points are, so many external points are there. Is what now? Angle between the tangents. In the same manner, this is the center of the circle, this is the corresponding radius. If you join like this, this becomes theta by 2. So already we proved that tan theta by 2 is what now? Tan theta by 2 is equals to R by root S11. Your x1, your x1, y1 is any point on the your locus. Understand? Now, cross multiplying, we get root S11 is equals to R cot theta by 2. Implies squaring on both sides, S11 is equal to R square times of cot square theta by 2. Therefore, locus of x1, y1 is S is equal to R square cot square theta by 2. Simple relation. So, S is equal to R square cot square theta by 2 is the locus of point of intersection of tangents, whose angle between them is alpha. So, the required locus is another circle passing through this point in this manner. This is also a circle. The required locus is a concentric circle having radius of this much. The distance from here to here is your radius. This is also the radius. Understand? So, in this manner we can show that the locus is S is equal to R square cot square theta by 2. Suppose your S is what? x square plus y square equal to a square say, and theta is equals to pi by 2. Now, locus of point of intersection of perpendicular tangents drawn to the circle x square plus y square equal to a square is what? The answer becomes from the formula itself. What is your S now? X square plus y square minus a square. S is equals to r square. R square we mean a square. Cot square theta by 2. Cot square pi by 4. Cot pi by 4 is what now? 1. So your answer is what? X square plus y square is equal to 2. This is the locus of point of intersection of perpendicular tangents drawn to the circle x square plus y square equal to a square. This circle is called director circle to the given circle. This circle is called what? Director circle to the given circle. Director circle we mean the locus of point of intersection of tangents to the circle whose angle between them is 90 degrees. Whose angle between them is 90 degrees. So this is very, very important formula with respect to objective. S is equal to r square cot square theta by 2 is the locus of point of intersection of tangents whose angle between them is theta. See this concept. Locus of point of intersection of tangents of the circle S is equal to 0 whose parametric angles are differ by theta. This is not angle between the tangents. This is the angle whose parametric angles difference is theta. That means locus of point of intersection of tangents of the circle we are going to find out whose parametric angles are differ by theta. We mean we are taking 2 points on the circumference of circle. You can draw 2 tangents through that 2 points. Okay. They intersect at some point. You have to collect all such type of points when the parametric difference of those 2 points of contacts is theta. That is the thing here. See the diagram here itself, you can understand easily. This is your circle. X square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equals to 0. These are the 2 points on the circle whose parametric angles are different by theta. We mean join these 2 points to the center C here. The angle is theta. This is the angle theta. We mean this is 1 point, this is the another point, this is the center of the circle. Join 2 points to the center of circle. This is the parametric angle for the first point. This is the parametric angle for the second point, and their difference is given to you theta. At that time, you have to draw the tangents at these 2 points. This is the tangent drawn at this point, and this is the another tangent drawn the second point. We have to find out the locus of this point of intersection of the tangents. That is your question. You have to find out the locus of point of intersection of tangents. That is your required locus point. This is one of the point on my required locus. You have to find out. This is the point P say. Okay. This is the corresponding diagram related to this theorem. Locus of point of intersection of tangents. Locus of point of intersection of tangents drawn at the points whose parametric angles are differ by theta. This is the concept. This is not angle between the tangents here. So what is here? 90 degrees. Here angle is also 90 degrees. The angle between the 2 lines is also 90 degrees. You just join the outside point to the center, then immediately this becomes theta by 2. Also, this is also theta by 2. When it is 90 degrees, if it is theta by 2, what about my angle? 90 minus theta by 2. Am I correct or not? 180, total angle is 180 degrees. This is 90 minus theta by 2. So, your diagram is in this manner. This is your circle. These are the tangents drawn from the point. These are the point of contacts whose parametric angles are differ by pi by 2. So, this is the center of circle. Now, if it is what? If it is theta, then it becomes what now? This is the angle 90 minus theta by 2. This is the angle. Section we have, if it is theta by 2, what is the locus? S is equal to r square cot square theta by 2. Here S is equal to r square cot square. Instead of theta, you have 90 minus theta by 2. That is 90 minus theta by 2 implies your locus is S equal to r square tan square theta by 2. So the locus of point of intersection of tangents whose parametric angles are differ by theta is S is equals to r square tan square theta by 2. See this one, the locus of point of intersection of perpendicular tangents drawn to each of the circles x square plus y square equal to a square and x square plus y square equal to b square is what? This is not, a square is not there here. Locus of point of intersection of perpendicular tangents drawn to each of the two circles is, you have to show that x square plus y square is equal to a square plus b square. You have to show that this is the required locus, x square plus y square is equals to a square plus b square. Locus of point of intersection of perpendicular tangents drawn to each of these two circles. This is one circle, this is the another circle. X square plus y square is equals to b square here itself. Very simple thing. Let us finish it in one minute. This is the circle. This is the another circle concentric to this one because both having a center at origin. This is the center of the circle origin. We draw two tangents, one for first circle, another for the next circle. Pair of tangents you have to draw in this manner. The condition is angle between those two tangents is always what? 90 degrees. See here, this is the one of tangent drawn to the first circle and this is the another tangent drawn to the second circle. Angle between these two tangents is 90 degrees. You are going to find out this locus of the point P. This is the corresponding diagram. So in the same manner you can draw infinite number of pair of tangents drawn to the both circles each one so as to angle between them is 90 degrees. See here, this is one of the tangent, this is the another tangent, angle between them is 90 degrees. So you get infinite number of points in this manner. You have to find out the locus of the point of intersection of tangents. Suppose this is the first circle, x square plus y square equal to a square. Now what is the distance from here to here? A units. This is the radius of the first circle. So a, suppose for my sake of convenience I am taking a less than b. You may take a greater than b, then it becomes b, no problem. Now draw the perpendicular from the tangent, that is the line joining. If you draw here to here, this becomes what now? This is b units. Suppose p x1 comma y1 is any point on your locus. The distance from here to here is what now? Root of x1 square plus y1 square because the coordinates of center is 0 comma 0. From that right angle triangle, if it is b units, automatically this is also b. Am I correct or not? The distance between two parallel lines is always same. So these two are tangents. So these two distances are equal. From that right angle triangle, this is your right angle triangle. We can say that side square plus side square is equal to hypotenuse square. We mean a square plus b square is equals to, that is x1 square plus y1 square. Am I correct or not? Simply this is the relation for all x1 comma y1 which lies on your locus. Therefore, your locus of x1 y1 is what now? X square plus y square is equals to a square plus b square. This is the locus of point of intersection of perpendicular tangents drawn to each of the two circles. X square plus y square equal to a square and x square plus y square is x square plus y square is equals to a square plus b square. The tangent at P x1 y1 on S equal to 0 intersects the coordinate axis at A and B. Then we have to show that area of triangle OAB is this one. So we have to find out the area of triangle formed by the three lines. Out of three lines, two of them are coordinate axis and other one is the tangent at Px1 comma y1 to the circle. What is the equation of tangent at Px1 comma y1 to the circle? Suppose this is S is equals to 0. This is your point Px1 comma y1 say. This is the tangent. Suppose the coordinate axes are in this manner. We have to find out the area of the triangle. What is the tangent at Px1 comma y1 to the circle? S1 is equals to 0. What is S1 equal to 0 now? Xx1 plus yy1 plus g times of x plus x1 plus f times of y plus y1 plus c equal to 0. This is the equation of tangent at x1, y1. We mean x1 plus g into x plus y1 plus f into y plus gx1 plus fy1 plus c is equal to 0. This is of the form lx plus my plus n equal to 0 or ax plus by plus c equal to 0. All of you know that the area of the triangle formed by coordinate axis with the line is what? C square by 2 mod ab. That is constant square. That means gx1 plus fy1 plus c whole. See this question. PA and PB are pair of tangents drawn from P to the circle S is equal to 0 touches the circle at A and B. If theta is angle between the tangents, then length of AB is what? That is the question. See here, PA and PB are pair of tangents drawn from P to the circle S equal to 0 touches the circle at A and B. Theta is angle between the tangents, then the length of AB is what? That is the question. This is your circle. This is the point external to the circle. PA and PB are pair of tangents. This is my point P. I am going to draw two tangents from P to this circle. As shown in this figure, this is one tangent, this is the another tangent. These two tangents touches my circle at what? A and B. Now join C to P, 90 degrees, this becomes 90, that is theta by 2. If it is 90, automatically this is what? 90 minus theta by 2. So we obtain this angle. We have to find out the length of AB. Suppose this is D. What is my radius? Radius of the circle is say R units. Now can we find the distance AD or not? By using sine theta, that is sine of 90 minus theta by 2. What is that? Opposite side, that is AD by R. What is sine 90 minus theta by 2? Cos theta by 2 is equals to AD by R. What is my AD now? AD is equals to R cos theta by 2. After getting AD, this will be the perpendicular bisector to this AB. So AB is nothing but 2 times of cos theta by 2. Okay, thank you.